Okay. Um, all right, let's start today's lesson. Today we're gonna finish this unit. It's called 冶炼, which means forgery. Okay, processing metals. Okay, so today's first character is 炸. All right, 炸is a type of a cutter. Okay, most common one is the hand hay cutter. Okay, fodder chopper. Okay, straw cutter. So this is this is um, people would call them. Here's a picture. Okay, here's a picture that okay, is like a cut straws, kind of grasses, things like that. And also in ancient China, this is actually a type of corporate punishment stuff. It looks like this. So uh, this one you see, they have like a tiger heads, you know, and here's a blade, and so this is used to cut stuff. Okay, and also they it's similar to in Europe, right? Uh, in Europe, what they called? They have these machines that chop the criminal's head off, and but this is the type of thing that same kind of thing but used in China. Okay, so these things called 炸. All right, and let's take a look at the character itself. So this one on the right hand side is the character of 泽. Okay, of course representing the sound. Now 泽, the original meaning of 泽 means using knife to carve. It's called a 泽. Okay, now of course this is a tool using a knife to cut. So obviously that's very fitting to use this character in this to build this character, to build the new character. Okay, so this is 炸. Next one, 聂. 聂 is tweezers, and used as a verb. That means pick up something with tweezers. Okay, so here's a picture of tweezers, different sizes. All right, so this is called 聂. Let's see the character itself. You can see that on the right hand side is the character 聂. 聂 is representing the sound. Now 聂 is the meaning of 聂 is you getting close to the other person's ear and speak very quietly. Okay, that's the meaning. And so when you do that, the two people have to get close, really close, right? Get really close. And so now they use that to try to express that this tweezers is a tool that is a tool to use to getting things really close and to get it. Okay. All right. So and then tweezers were usually small, and so it's need to for getting something like a needs some care. Okay, and needs to be very careful, and and so this is I think it's appropriate because when you try to get really close to speak really quiet in the other person's ear, that's also must something that needs to be uh, uh, you know do it with much care. Okay, so this is 聂. Next one, 键. 键 means key. Means key, like a keyboard, the key on the keyboard, that kind of key. Okay, it's called a 键. Now, also means and so means something that means like a metal piece that's in some mechanical device that will lock things up. Okay, and these things sometimes they call it 键. Okay, they call it 键. For example, a very common one is a piece that is some of the locks on the doors. Okay, there's a little piece of a metal rod, right, and then you just stick into it, and then it will lock the door, close the lock. So that kind of stuff is called 键. Okay, and the most common ones is a moving piece that can be pressed by hand, causing the device to operate, is called 键. For example, like a keyboard, the key on the keyboard, or the keys on the piano, are those things. Okay, so this type of thing is called 键. Okay, here's a picture of this, a piece of 键, like a locked rod, a metal rod. Okay, so this is the keyboard, the key on the keyboard. Okay, so this type of thing called 键. Let's take a look at the character. So this one goes with the 键 on the right. Okay, now 键, this right has the meaning of build. Okay, meaning of build, and so now, so this thing, you can see that this is a small device that it used to lock things up. Okay, to make things operate. Okay, so I think have a sense of like build, establish, that type of thing. Okay, so that's why they use this 键 character to represent the meaning. All right, next one, 锚. 锚 is anchor. Okay, anchor, so of a ship, right? And so this type of thing, here's the picture. Okay, this is a big 锚. Okay, anchor to like throw off into the water, and they will grab whatever underneath the water, and so keep the boat not floating away. Okay, so this is 锚. Let's take a look at the character. So this one goes with the 苗 character on the right. Now this 苗is the simplified version for 猫, 猫, which means cat. Okay, so this thing is that what they're trying to say is that this 毛 has a hook on them, so they feel like they are like 猫's claws, will grab things and hold on to it tight. Okay, and that's the meaning they're trying to express here. Okay, so this is a 毛. Next one, come on, why it's so slow? 风. Okay, now 风 means front. Okay, front, like 先锋 means pioneer, something that some people that has initiative and start something. Okay, the 先锋, and also means the sharp point or the cutting edge of sword, spear, things like that. Okay, it's called the feng. Feng now also means sometimes metaphorically referring to some people's speech that is really sharp. Okay, really sharp and okay, that sometimes hurts people's feelings. Sometimes say something really, really profound. Okay, so that type of thing. All right. And so this is called the feng, 先锋, feng. All right. So let's take a look at the character itself. So this one on the right hand side is the character feng. Okay, you can see that this is a in the old character. Okay, so the right hand side is actually a character called a feng. Now feng means what? Feng means bump into each other, meet. Okay, bump into that, and so this is obvious because the blade, the cutting edge of the blade, right, or the sharp pointy thing on a spear is where the is where this weapon will meet with the enemy body, right? That's the precise part that will meet with the enemy body or weapon. Okay, and so that's why they use this feng to build this character. Okay, so which basically means that's the part that will meet the enemy. Okay, now the simplified version, they simplified it by get rid of the walking radical of the right hand side words, right hand side character feng. Okay, to simplify it. All right, so that's feng. Next one, bi. Now bi means dagger. Okay, bi means dagger. In ancient times, it's also referring to a type of spoon. Okay, so bi, dagger, things like that. Okay, basically a small blade weapon. Okay, let's take a look at the character. So this one, you can see that, like I said, in ancient time, this one is actually refers to a type of spoon. So the oracle bone character, the old form of this character, it literally looks like a spoon. Okay, literally look like a spoon. All right, so this is B. Next one, 钝. 钝 means blunt, dull, blunt, obtuse, okay, flat. So which means basically referring to the sharp edge of the weapon, like knives, swords, gets dull. Okay, no longer sharp and to cut things. Okay, so it's called a 钝. Now, of course, it also metaphorically referring to a person's not smart, okay, stupid or dull-witted, okay, that's slow and not very smart and wise, okay, it's called 钝, 愚钝. So let's take a look at the character. So this one on the right-hand side is 屯. Now 屯, this character has the meaning of station. Station like just station somewhere, not moving, okay, not going anywhere, okay, and so they use that character to mean that this knife has knife is dull and no longer be able to cut things, right? When you cut things, it's not gonna move anything. Okay, so this is 钝. Next one, 先. 先 means shovel, means spade. Okay, shovel. So this is a tool. Okay, 先 is a tool. It's looks like a shovel. Okay. Now, so this one and 敲, right? We studied it yesterday. There's another thing called the 敲. Is very similar than this. The difference is that this qiao usually has a has a small handle on the end of the stick. Okay, this kind of thing is called a qiao. Xian, this type of thing, usually they don't have a handle, a short handle at the end of the stick. Okay, that's the difference. The usage is difference is that the xian is oftentimes um, used to getting lighter things. Okay, it's not for very tough work. All right, so that's the difference. Okay, this is the xian. Let's take a look at the character. So this one, the right hand side is a character Xing, and Xing. Let's see. This thing, I'm not sure why is this way. Yeah, I'm not sure why this way. It did not explain either. Xian. So well, Xing and Xian, it sounds similar. So this character represented the sound, that's for sure. Yeah, Xian. So I'm not sure this is why they use this Xing. Yeah, I'm not sure. Now Xing actually getting well. This Xing character has the meaning of getting up. Okay, Xing has a meaning of upwards, that kind of meaning, and so I was thinking like this tool. That's usually is that's what's for. Okay, it's not meant for getting like a chow to like dig dirt, dig a big um, big pit in the ground or something like that. Okay, it's not meant for that. This is xian is for basically for picking up lighter things off the ground. Okay, so I think that's really makes sense to use this xing because xing has the meaning of getting up. Okay, like a xing xing xiang rong. Okay, next one. Lian. Okay, lian is sickle. Okay, sickle is used to cut crops and or grasses. Okay, so it's shapes like that. There are shorter sticks and longer sticks, different type of sickles. Okay, so this is lian. Let's take a look at the character. So this one on the right hand side is the character of jian. Jian. Now jian is so looks like if you look at the character of this jian, you can see that it looks like a hand is grabbing two crops. You see that right there. So this thing is actually using the hand to grab a handful of crop like a wheat or rice. Okay, and then of course using the sickle to cut them off. Right. Okay. Cut them off. So this is actually it's very it's a pictorial character. Okay, and so and yeah, that's it. So this is basically a picture of how this tool gets used. Basically, okay. So this is a lian. Next one. Cang. Cang means cabin. Cabin usually is a cabin of a ship or airplane. Okay, called a cang, 机舱, 船舱. Okay, and let's take a look at the characters. So this one goes with the zhou radical on the left. Zhou means boat. Okay, and the cang on the right. Now cang means 仓库 means storehouse, means warehouse, storehouse. Okay, and so that's pretty much makes sense of it, because this is referring to cabins, which basically is some type of storehouse or warehouse on the ship or on the airplane. Okay, So this is 苍. Next one, 锈. 锈 means rust. Rust of metal, okay, which basically oxidized. When metal gets oxygen and wetness, and then they will rust, okay, and those called 锈. 铁锈, 铜锈, like a rust of iron or rust of copper, okay. This is called 锈. Let's take a look at that. So this one on the right hand side is the character of 锈. Now 锈 has the meaning of means plant flowering, okay. Plant gets blossom, flowering, okay, 开花, okay. So why that is because metal rust, it feels like metal gets flower, okay, and blossom, okay. And so this is 锈, okay. Next one, 时. 时 means eclipse. So means eclipse, that those that like moon, lunar eclipse, okay, solar eclipse, things like that. They call it 时. Another meaning is erode, okay, erode, corrode, erosion. That means that it's metals or other materials gets eroded away. That's called a 时, okay. Now it's also metaphorically means what? Lose, nibble away, okay, in any type of other situations, okay. So this is called a 时, okay. And let's take a look at the characters. So this one, you can see that it on the left hand side is the 时, which means food radical, okay, food radical. And then on the right hand side is it is a character that has a worm, okay, 虫, 对吧? Like a worm, and then there's a person right there, okay, a person right there. Those are the very old characters. So this means that it's actually talk about those worms that eat away the rice the person that stores and for food, okay. And then of course later on they get rid of that person, okay. They feel like they don't need that person to be there to represent that meaning, okay. So end up just have the food, the 时 radical, and the 虫, okay, which is the worm. So it's put them together, it means that those are crop eating insects, okay, and they will eat things away, okay. So to represent eclipse or erosion or things like that, okay. So this is 时. Next one, 脆. 脆 is quench or temper by dipping in water, oil, okay. So it's a metal processing method. So you basically heated up the metal really hot, red hot, and then quickly dip into the oil or dip into the water to cool down very fast. In that way, the internal structure of that metal, microstructure of metal, will change, and it will change the characteristic of the metal. And usually, it's getting the metal harder. Okay, so this type of process called 脆. Okay, now it goes with the water radical. That's obvious because it does not refer to the metal, but refer to the process. Okay. That process needs water, so that's why it goes with the water radical. And then on the right hand side is 粗. 粗 has the meaning of finished, done, okay. And so now usually when in the metal processing, the entire workflow, 脆 is the last process, okay. It's the ending work, okay. It's the finishing work. So that's why they use this character right here, okay. So this is 脆. Next one, 磨. This thing is mill or millstone, okay. Grind or means grind. So this is a type of thing that is a mechanical device that is used to grind things. Okay, used to grind things. called a mo. Okay, and yeah, I think let me get a Chinese type of a mo. That'll be interesting. Let's take a get. Yeah, see, this is a type of. Oh, that's a video. Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's a very typical mo. Let's get this thing copied over there. Yeah, this is yeah, this is a mo. Okay. Yeah, this is type of mo. Okay, and to run around and round and round. And usually people can push it. Sometimes they use donkeys and horses. Okay, and basically to grind things. Okay, so this type of thing is called mo. Okay, now this thing has another pronunciation called mo. Mo is a verb. Okay, mo is the noun. Mo is the verb. Mo means grind, the action of grind, polish, sharpen, rub. Okay, that kind of mo. Okay. Now, it's also has a metaphorical use, which means study. Okay, learn, uh, like a learn from each other's work by copying. Okay, view and learn, and also because grinding is a hard work, sometimes also refer to pastor and troubles, things like that, and things like events and situation that will cause hardship and trouble, suffering, physical and mental suffering, that kind of thing, is called mo nan. Okay, so this is mo. Let's take a look at the character itself. So this one you can see that it's on the top is the character ma, on the bottom is the rock, okay. So ma has the meaning of what? Of rough and not smooth. Okay, so this grind, the surface oftentimes is not oftentimes, absolutely has to be like rough and not smooth. Okay, and in that way they can grind things into tiny things. Okay. Okay, so this is a more next one. Mao. Okay, Mao means rivet. Okay, rivet or riveting. Okay, so it's a noun and a verb. Okay, so basically using a metal piece and to kind of connecting two other metal pieces, which usually is a metal sheet, together. Okay, it's that process called a mao. Okay, called a mao. And now there's another meaning, which means that it's a dialect, which means to focus someone's attention and strength and power to do something. Okay, called a 卯足了劲儿啊干啊卯足了劲儿干. That means that concentrate and focus and get things done. Okay, so this is Mao. Let's take a look at the character. So this one, you see on the right hand side is the character Mao. Mao, of course, representing the sound, but also Mao has the meaning of the open door. Okay, I mean, look at the picture. That's basically a picture of open the door. Okay, and so in this is this is open the doors. So that means that you basically is trying to say is that this thing is used to piece two sheets together. Okay, two sheets together. Similar to like those doors. Two doors with two swings. Okay, or um, and they close and meet in the middle. That type of door. Okay, this is Mao, and so they try to use that to represent the meaning of Mao process, which means getting two sheets of metal connect together. Okay, so this is Mao. Han. Okay, Han means weld, solder and weld. Okay, which basically means uh, another type of process to getting metals connect together. Okay, uh, so basically using a melted metal. Okay, melted the metal to kind of connect the two metal pieces together. Okay, so it's called a weld. All right, let's take a look at the characters. So this one goes with the fire radical on the left. That's obvious that that process needs fire. And then on the right hand side is Han. Okay, and Han means drought. Okay, means drought, and means drought. And so this is trying to referring to the process that when you weld or solder things, right? So initially that you need to melt the metal. The metal becomes liquid, right? And then after that you need to let the metal dry. In other words, cool down and become solid, and then you finish that hand process. Okay, so that's why they use this hand. Okay, so that's all for today, and so basically this is basically those characters either describing a metal tool, a metal object, or some type of metal processing work. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.